I've been sitting around for the longest time trying to figure out just one thing, right? Why does Valorant feel so soulless to me? I was like thinking like maybe it's just like I hate ranked, or maybe I've just been playing the game too long or something. And I realized that's not really the problem, because I still do like the game and I enjoy it when I play it. And then I realized something. The game just has zero swag. Like there's no swag or aura to be had in this game. Now, when I say that this game has no swag, I'm largely talking about like skill expression, movement, and even skins, to be honest. Like when you look at other games, there is a lot of creativity through skill expression. And it's really not even about being like the best at the game, right? Because there's a lot of people who are great aimers and they have amazing clips. And every time I see them, I'm like, dang, like, I mean, that's fire. It is visually appealing. But at the end of the day, it's kind of the only thing you can do. Like if we look at Valorant's daddy, which is, you know, obviously Counter-Strike, ignoring skins, right? We're going to ignore skins for this portion of the video. I'm going to talk about purely gameplay. You can actually b-hop. B-hopping is a real skill that you can have in that game. Whereas in Valorant, the only times you can even b-hop is if you're playing a character, one of the like 2 characters that have movement abilities. And honestly, it's because Valorant just lacks air strafing. Air strafing is a pretty core mechanic to any movement in video games in general, even back in like the Call of Duty days. Air strafing essentially allows you to gain speed in the air by jumping, you know, keeping your momentum forward, and then, you know, doing movement in the air left and right, allowing you in CSGO, obviously, like I've said before, to b-hop. See, in Valorant, you can like b-hop, but you don't gain speed. You can only keep it, which is why a lot of people would tell you that Valorant movement is pretty much non-existent and or just super bland. And while you can be better than others at a character, and you can be obviously like the coolest guy, like Opium Omen, right? He is known to be an aggressive Omen that does all these cool TP plays. But in a game with agents or heroes or characters like that, you don't always get to be the cool guy. Like a Killjoy, right? Like a Killjoy player on attack kind of doesn't get to do anything. You go sit in a corner, not die, and you let your turret and alarm bot do the work while you try to like maybe cover your teammates a little bit, while me and the other 2-3 cool agents push in and do all the fucking work. And obviously, yeah, okay, that's just a role. You are on a kind of support character role, but so is Sage. But Sage has like Grim Walls, which can be cool, even though I don't fuck with them. Oh, but how does a game like CS have skill expression where it doesn't have any agents or movement abilities and everyone has the exact same shit? Well, that right there is kind of exactly the reason. In a playing field where everybody has access to pretty much the exact same stuff, you have to come down to just being a more skilled player or being a bit more creative than the next guy. That's why people that play differently in both games tend to get the spotlight, right? For example, Kenny S is like the pioneer of aggressive opping. Even people that aggressively op now in Valorant don't know that it kind of came from this guy. While everybody else is just holding angles, Kenny S was jumping in with a sniper and no movement abilities and quickscoping people. Or somebody like Xantaurus, who honestly didn't even do too much to get his name out there, but he had an extremely quick peek by, you know, backing all the way off of an angle and then making sure he got to full speed before he peeked it. But this only works because, again, movement in CS is different, right? You have the ability to counter strafe. Valorant does not have this. As much as people say you can counter strafe in Valorant, it's just not true. But it's another built-in movement mechanic that everybody in the game has, but only a few people are truly good at. See, in Valorant, it doesn't matter to counter strafe, right? If you're moving to the right and you want to stop and shoot, it is the same amount of time to become accurate as clicking the other direction. Whereas in CS, if you're holding to the right and then you click left, the second you tap left, you have a small window where you are entirely accurate, even if you keep holding it and keep moving. This allows you to literally just stop on a dime and tap somebody, even if you were already moving. If you're good enough at clicking A and shooting in the same exact time frame, then you can headshot and it practically looks like you never stopped. Not to mention like run boosting and, you know, being able to sit on top of each other and, you know, being able to drop grenades or throw a fake flash or, you know, whatever. The mechanics are just a lot simpler in Valorant, which lowers the ceiling for skill and skill expression, and also subsequently lowering your creativity. Now that I've pretty much gone through the fact that the mechanics of games can be different, and I mainly obviously compared CS, but you can go compare other games. It doesn't really matter. Valorant at the end of the day is pretty simple and not that deep. Most of the intricacy of Valorant comes from team play and util comboing, which honestly they literally had to tone down because it got too AIDS. Like, it doesn't really make casual viewers or even dedicated players want to play the game when they're like just, you know, seeing clips like, you know, that one VCT clip. I mean, that shit was just, I mean, everyone knows it. Just play the clip.
No, but I mean for like people that don't have it, how do they B-hop? They just don't?
They don't know what B-hopping is.
They just don't. Yeah, they just time it. I guess in Valorant it's also easier.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, this is actually, oh my god. Wait, the overview actually went kind of hard.
That was like an Overwatch round right there.
Now, the other thing I did want to talk about would be skins. Now, I know this is kind of a controversial topic because CSGO skins cost so much money, but honestly, that actually isn't true. Well, it's true, but if you look at Valorant, they will literally give you a 2.0 of skins that already existed, put it on more guns, and then you guys literally jump up and down. That shit is trash. Now, skins is a thing that's a bit less of a problem, but it actually still kind of matters when it comes to like creative expression. Like, obviously CSGO is the main skin game because, you know, you can get stickers, you can get different patterns on your guns, you can get rare guns, but it's not even just about price, right? Because you can get cool skin combos for less than a Valorant bundle, and you can have a full inventory of decent skins. Like, there are literally $9 and $10 CS skins that I would rank way higher than some of the $30, $25 Valorant ones. But even outside of CS, because I know what you guys are sitting there thinking, oh, he's only comparing it to Counter-Strike, that game 13 years old. Okay, that's actually true. But Valorant is just a new kid on the block, and I'm going to explain the problems that I think it's going to have for longevity, because I care about the game probably more than some of the Riot devs. Let's be honest. I'm kidding, Riot. I play your games. I love you, bro. I still have no gun, buddy. Like, holy. But we can even take Rocket League, for example. Rocket League, you can have the coolest car combos, bro. You can just look mad clean on that game. You can have custom boost, different wheels, different skins colors. Like, it's a lot you can do with only 3 pieces of things to change. And even in CS, bro, obviously gloves aren't cheap, but like glove combos, which is why I think it was always cool for certain people to have like signature skins. Like the one that comes to the top of my head, hate them or love them, Sinatra in the Sovereign Sword. Everybody knows that was his shit. But at the end of the day, I think one of the main things that Valorant lacks is creativity in general. Like, it just feels like every game is going to be largely the same, especially if you play like only a few characters, which in ranked, I mean, no role queue. So unless you want to throw half your matches, then you kind of end up playing the same characters and having your mains, of course. I just feel like Valorant is the epitome of like unlimited options, but no options, where like other games have no options, so you make the options. You know what I mean? Hopefully this video made sense. Maybe I just rambled, but honestly, you guys let me know down below. I don't have too much else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I appreciate you guys for watching. I might do like a swag tier list for like competitive games or something maybe one day. I don't know. But I love you all, and peace. I'll see you in the next one.